You could literally just make it more and more transparent. I actually lost this. That's kind of embarrassing. Alright, let's keep going into Twilight Town. I'm actually recording this after the last episode, which has been a while since I've recorded 2 episodes back to back, but I'm feeling it today. I started the last episode recording a little tired. Not gonna lie. We have the Golden Crown, I entirely forgot we do. We got 2 of the proofs last episode. Yeah, go watch that episode if you've missed it. It was honestly amazing. This episode we're going to, I don't know how much progress we're going to make, hopefully quite a bit. But I started recording that last episode in a bit of a like tired feeling, and throughout the episode like my energy came back, dude. And horizontal slides, we just keep getting better and better fucking stuff, and I love it. So we're oh, we have a 3rd chest around here apparently, with an AP boost. It's not very necessary anymore at this point, honestly, but I'll still take it nonetheless. So, I'm recording a 2nd episode in a row here. I probably won't go for a 3rd one, because by the time I finish this episode, it's going to be roughly dinner time, and it's probably going to be like, I'm going to be hungry, and I did have a very, very big breakfast this morning, afternoon, really. So maybe I won't be hungry yet by that time, but maybe I will. Maybe it literally doesn't matter, because I'll be recording 2 episodes in a row, and I'll record the 3rd episode later this week at some point. I like having a bit of a buffer. This is nothing new to anybody that's watched, like, not just my channel, but any YouTube channel before. Is YouTubers really like having, like, big buffers of videos so that they can do fucking nothing every now and then. It's called a vacation, I think, is what I'm called. Told, not called. I'm not called a vacation. I'm told that thing is called a vacation. I don't have much experience with it myself, but it's a thing people do apparently, and it's supposed to be good for you. It's a real weird concept. You take a week and you just do fucking nothing. It's a wild concept. But let me say that it very much is. We also can go into Valor form twice in a row now. I don't know for sure that I want to do that. Actually, yes, I want to do that. And that gave us a Mithril shard. Not particularly the most useful thing, but hey. At least... God damn it, I'm going to have to revert out just to heal, aren't I? Yeah, I am. Yeah, I am. Yeah, I am. Yeah, I am. Am I? Maybe maybe I should. I definitely should. If this is okay, it was only 2 hits. Probably wouldn't have mattered for the Valor form level up, but still, it's mildly annoying. And we got a bandana because we care a lot about that. Oh, we can do the Alexia's Absent Silhouette, and that does give us an item, doesn't it? I'm not going to do it. It's an annoying fight. And I'd rather be slightly more over-leveled for it. I'm not going to do it. I'll do it when we get back to Twilight Town next time. Hold on. I didn't yet check if I can go into the underground. No, I cannot. But maybe, hold on a moment. What I haven't checked yet is after completing this world, where we usually get Oathkeeper and Limit Form, which now is a Cursed Medallion and a High Potion, maybe I can go back into Twilight Town and then go into the Underground. I haven't checked that much. I will go do that right now, because if we can get a couple extra items, it's like 5 or so chests that are there. It means that we have all the chests in Twilight Town, which means that next time we're in Twilight Town, we can just immediately race through it. Well, there's also going to be a lot of new chests available for us in Holobasian. Like, the Cavern of Remembrance is going to open up for us soon. But more importantly, Holobasian is now going to be an actual world rather than just 3 maps. One of which is literally just shops. So can we go into... No, we cannot. At least that gives us something to do next time we're back in Twilight Town, I guess. For a split second there, I hesitated, thinking maybe I can go there through the train station. But if I can't go through the underground, that's probably because they want to prevent me from going to the 7 Wonders map. Which means that we can't get there through the train station either. No way in hell. I also just realized that Sephiroth does give you a Keyblade, doesn't it? Well, Sephiroth doesn't give you a Keyblade. Beating Sephiroth gives you a Keyblade, which is, I think, possible as soon as we finish this world. It might only be possible once we... I think we have to go to Merlin's house first. It might only be possible once you finish the grid. It's not the grid in this game, it's Space Paranoids. I always mess up which version is the grid and which one is Space Paranoids. They're two different worlds. And I don't know if they're two different... Okay. There's probably actually an answer to this. And the answer is probably, yeah, they are two different worlds. But the version you see in Dream Drop Distance, is that the same world? Or is that a different world? Because it is still Tron. And everything about Tron. It's just a different Tron movie. So... And I think... They even talk about that in 3D. It's just been a while since I've really played 3D and even watched the cutscenes in that game on top of that as well. I assume it's a different world. And a Halloween Town map. That is absolutely fantastic. But if it's not the same world, how do you explain like the fact that there's just another parallel universe world with Tron in it? They probably do explain that. I don't know. No, I was going to say it's probably something to do with the fact that Riku is in Sora's dream, but that would only make sense if Sora actually went to Space Paranoids and then Riku went to the grid. Maybe I'm overthinking it a little bit for a game which is literally about Final Fantasy anime bullshit combining with Disney bullshit. But hey, what are you going to do? Stop me from complaining about meaningless shit? That's my entire existence. If you stop me from doing that, I literally have no use in the universe anymore. So I might just like get Thanos snapped out of existence, like just flake away. If you tell me that I can't complain about useless shit anymore. And none of these items are worth anything. I think that's all of the chests in this area, and again, none of them were even slightly worth my time. We might actually be able to do the entirety of this Holobastion visit now that I think about it, because I always forget how actually short Space Paranoids is. At least the first visit. The second visit is... I was going to say the second visit is slightly longer, but I don't actually know that that is true. I think the second visit also is remarkably short. It's just a short world. It's just there's a lot more fighting in the second visit, I think. There's the light cruiser thing, or whatever it's called, which takes a while, and then the actual boss fight also takes a hot minute. Most chests are already available, though, in this visit to the world. I think there's only 2 or 3 more chests in the final area, which you can only access in the second visit. So we're gonna get a lot of items here. And with a lot of items, I mean, the Great Mall map. There's actually a place that we're going to go to in a moment. So I guess... I mean, it's literally just a big circle. Well, literally speaking, it's not a big circle because it's got jagged edges. But functionally speaking, it's just a big circle. And an Orichalcum Plus. I don't know if I'm getting too many Orichalcum Pluses at this point. Have I got more Orichalcum Plus than the game actually, like, usually allows you to get? Because, honestly, I might. I've got 4 of them. I think there's 6 in the game usually in total. And then you need to be able to halve the requirements for the synthesis recipe. I don't care about that. To actually make the ultimate weapon, for which you need to be like S rank or S level or whatever in the synthesis material place. Okay, that's the one. If you get a little dizzy here, I'm sorry, but this is literally the only way to properly do it. It's easy. It gives you 2 minutes. It's stupidly easy. It doesn't even like try to play any tricks on you, which I'm happy about, because Why? That is my response to this entire thing. Is just why. It's fun that it's there, I guess, but it doesn't do enough with it for it to have like a reason to exist, in my opinion. Anyhow, so I think there's now a second chest around here that just appeared out of nowhere. It's usually the Stitch. Useless. It's usually the Stitch summon, which you get to see Stitch in a cutscene mess up some stuff with the computer. And instead of just giving you the Stitch summon after that cutscene, they introduce it in a separate chest for no good reason. Turned into an ability we already have a better version of, though, so didn't really give us anything. We need to return to Hollow Bastion. Okay. But I thought we... Wait, what? What are we supposed to do? I'm slightly confused. What did I forget to do in Hollow Bastion? Because we don't do the like Heartless War yet. Do we talk to Leon? Oh. I think the game literally put us here to examine. Yeah. The basement map? Oh, that's Twilight Town. That's Twilight Town, which I literally don't care about any map in this entire game. If I can play this entire game without scan, without getting too annoyed. Sometimes I get a little annoyed when bosses take more than literally 2 seconds to kill. But other than that, I can play this entire game without scan. I can play them without maps. I feel fairly confident in saying that I'm quite fine without the maps, because the actual layout of these maps in this game, not that difficult. Kingdom Hearts 3, the layout of the maps, very much more complicated in some situations. Specifically like Mount Olympus is a very good example. But I'll give you something. Even having a two-dimensional map of Mount Olympus up in the top right hand of the screen doesn't really help, because the complexity of Mount Olympus comes from like places overlapping each other and sometimes like verticality. That's where the complexity comes from. So having a 2D map that shows no real like obvious depth to it doesn't really help. There needs to be a more obvious indicator of a depth in Kingdom Hearts maps. Like just like a darkening of the color of blue for the actual like height level that you're on, and everything that's not on your height level, just like progressively. And you'd have to tweak a little bit as to, and maybe they already do this to a certain extent, but they don't do it enough, clearly. But the actual like you don't even have to like do it with a making it lighter blue. You could literally just, oh no, you could literally just make it more and more transparent. I actually lost this. That's kind of embarrassing. You could literally just make it more transparent, going either up or down. And yeah, then you still have the issue of I can't see whether or not a thing is going up or going down. But that much you'll figure out soon enough when you actually go there, right? But having some indication as to like depth on the map itself would be very nice. Because that way you can see what a path is and what's just like a wall. Especially in Mount Olympus, that is a real issue, because there's a lot of places that are just like sheer drop-offs, and seeing just like a hard line between the different levels on the map would really show you, okay, so I can't actually go up that way. I might be able to go down that way, but that's not where I'm going right now, so it doesn't really matter. But then seeing a path that slowly fades out into a lower opacity would show you, oh, that's a path up or a path down. But either way, let me go check it out. That combined with just like general, like clever world design should fix all of the issues with navigation, specifically in Mount Olympus, honestly. The rest of the game doesn't really have this issue too much. San Francisco, to a certain extent, has this issue. But the main issue with San Francisco is that it's very easy not to pick up the map on accident. And then the entire city is very confusing if you don't have the map. So, but other than that, I maybe Monstropolis could use a better map at certain points, but really, I didn't really have that big of a problem with Monstropolis. And the map of Arendelle is literally just a straight line. Not in a maze, but the whole idea of the maze is that it's a maze, so I'll give it a pass. Then you have the Kingdom of COVID-19, which obviously is also just a straight line. So it's mostly for Mount Olympus, not even for Olympus Coliseum in a general sense. It's literally just Mount Olympus that bothers me. So maybe don't implement an entire thing for like the map, how it works for one specific area in the game. I can see that argument now that I say it out loud. But still, why not do it, right? That's the counter argument. It doesn't hurt any of the other areas in the game to do that. My answer would be no. Probably, I would go as far as to say definitely not. So just fucking do it. Oh yeah, we also have a upgraded magnet spell, obviously, as of last episode. So we can actually start using that now. If we get Thunder at any point, we are set. Because Thunder and Magnet are a really fucking good combination. We also would very much like to, at some point or another, get Reflect. Reflega, at the end of the day, obviously would be the ideal. So, I don't really need that much in the way of magic. Because we're not going to get a proper fire spell before fighting damage, because we're going to be fighting damage. Actually, not in this episode, never mind. Probably next episode we're going to be fighting damage, or at the end of this episode, depending on how things go. And if it's not for damage, I don't really think I need fire magic in any meaningful way, so I really only need Reflect, Magnet, Cure, and Thunder. Those are the only magics I really need. Everything else can kind of just go. I don't really care about it at all. I also should be leveling up... one of the reasons... that is just stupid. One of the reasons that I haven't been leveling up Wisdom Form, though, is because I don't have a lot of magic. So if I got a little bit more magic, maybe Wisdom Form would get a little bit more love. And who knows, maybe I get really good unlocks of a... There we go, Kuraga. Wow. We literally just talked about that. Maybe I get good unlocks off of Wisdom Form. Very well could be the case. So probably should give that a little bit more attention as well. Yeah, there's a pretty good chance actually that we will be facing them. Oh, can we? No, we will not be facing damage today, because that will force me into recording the next episode right away as well. Because once you trigger the damage fight, you can't save until after the 1000 Heartless battle. That's a Gullwing Keyblade. Let's see how that stacks up against what we have right now. Gullwing does have... Yeah, this is just not great, is it? Just not great. I think we can literally just move out and then fight the boss fight. We do. That does make this a slightly shorter episode. I think we can go to Olympus to make the length of the episode about half an hour. This is one of those kind of bosses which actually has a indication for its HP if you don't have Scan. And I know that Scan is like a very basic ability in the Kingdom Hearts series, so saying that more bosses should have something like that where you can see how far down it is if it doesn't have scan is a little like overkill. And I was talking and watching a video about Cuphead because I've been playing Cuphead with a friend of mine. Not with a friend of mine. We're both playing the game, and we were discussing a video, like an analysis about a lot of things that Cuphead does not do optimally. And one of the problems the creator of that video had, which I definitely disagree with, is that it's a problem that in Cuphead you don't see the boss's HP until after you fail, and then you see how close or not close you were to actually beating the boss fights. And I thoroughly disagree that is bad. I think that is very clever design, and I'm not saying that all boss fights in all games ever should just stop having HP meters, because playing Kingdom Hearts you can definitely tell how annoying it is. But the argument was, if you can see that a boss has only a sliver of HP left, you might take like a risky move, and we got an IO Tower map in the IO Tower, that's fun. You might take a more risky move to finish off the fight, and that is exactly my argument as to why it's so fun that Cuphead doesn't give you the HP. Number one, you can just like mentally keep a rough estimate as to how much HP the boss has left. Because you know roughly, okay, so if I do this, there's certain like timing points with when your super attack becomes available. So it requires a little bit more mental input from the player, but you can definitely keep track of roughly how far you probably are into the fight. On top of that, the fact that you say, where we going? We going to Olympus. That's where we're going. Can we not leave? We can leave. Okay. The fact that you know that you can like take a little bit of a risk there. If you don't know that, you'll always play cautiously, and I think that is exactly the point of the mechanic in that game, is to make sure people always play with some amount of caution and don't think, oh, I have 3 HP left and this enemy is going to die any moment anyway right now, so I might as well. So, oh, we have 2 cups. Well, I guess we'll do the first cup and we'll save the second cup for later. We're probably going to be fairly overpowered for this one. So I definitely think that that is a intended thing, and intended doesn't mean good, by the way. I want to say this a lot, like very frequently. The fact that a creator intended something does not mean that that is a good thing. Like, something can be intended and still bad. Like, you can make something bad on purpose. That is... Otherwise, nothing bad would ever exist, because nobody makes... Like, everything somebody made was intended that way, right? Well, I guess glitches and stuff like that, literally speaking, are not intended, but by definition. Could you not? Thank you. But yeah, so Cuphead, it's been a fun game. I haven't really played it in the last couple of days because I've been busy. But I do intend to maybe finish the game tonight as I'm recording this, which means by the time this video goes up, I'll probably have already completed the game. I was working on a video about boss design in video games, and I finished that video, by the way. It's I think it's a pretty decent video. I finished the script for that video. I still need to do the editing and even the recording of the voiceover, honestly. But I wanted to incorporate Dark Souls and Cuphead in that video as well, because obviously that's something people think about when they think about boss fights. But I didn't have enough like room in the script to like actually elaborate on that, so that's going to be its own separate video. The upload spot after that boss fight video, because I want to make the argument that Cuphead is like the boss fights in Cuphead, other than literally the final boss, aren't actually boss fights, but they're just levels in the form of enemies. And Dark Souls, to a lesser extent, but also still very much so, that holds true as well. But you'll have to wait for the actual video to get all the info and details. But that's why I was playing Cuphead, to incorporate it in that video, and then that video didn't need Cuphead, so now Cuphead and Dark Souls and Souls-likes in general... Fuck. They don't fuck. They might, I don't know. Get their own video. I hate these enemies with a burning passion. Oh, we just survive until the time runs out here. Wait, I have a thing. I have a thing. Hold on. I have magnet. That should absolutely annihilate these guys, right? I think it does. Oh yeah, there are only sprites that high up. Sure, let's just kill them here. I think you can actually take out all of the enemies here before the time runs out. If you have enough MP, that is. Or you just keep fucking mashing the X button. I'm doing fairly well, honestly. Because I'm over leveled, admittedly. Also making use of speed trap probably does help quite a bit. Come on. I think there's only one left. Oh, there's two left. Come on. I killed them all with 3? Oh my god, if I literally did a 1 second fast, I would have had 4:20 left on the clock. Okay, these guys need to go fuck themselves. I don't like them. I accidentally had something locked on, apparently. Magnet is a very good way to get those plants out of the ground, by the way, if you hadn't noticed my strategy there. I don't know if it's really a strategy or just like a game mechanic. Okay, Leon and Yuffie, this shouldn't be too big of a deal. I'm gonna start with Yuffie because Yuffie is a bitch because she can deal damage on long range, so it's easier to avoid Leon than it is to avoid Yuffie. By quite a wide margin, and that's Yuffie dead. Knocked out, I mean, we don't kill people, right? We just recomplete them. That's what Kingdom Hearts 3 tells us. Our protagonist doesn't kill people, they just get recompleted. Whatever the fuck that means. I mean, we literally know in lore what it means, but it's a stupid word. I guess that's our prize, Ice Cream and Rising Dragon, which we have saved the Queen. Have I by now? I don't think I haven't equipped it yet. We have saved the King Plus with Protect Gar. Sure, we'll take it. And I think that is a decent point to leave off this episode, and let me go edit this episode and the last one, because I also do need to do like a little upload thing here today, because I'm recording these 2 episodes on Monday. So I'll see you back on a Friday for the 1000 Heartless battle, which mostly is going to be very boring because nothing about it is randomized. Though I have a pretty strong limit for. I can use that, I suppose, and level it up. It would be nice if I could go in with Donald and Goofy there, so I can actually like spam level up Wisdom Form. But I can't, so too bad.